Therapeutic areas come up in almost every clinical development conversation. A program might be described as oncology, rare disease, infectious disease, neurology, immunology, or cardiometabolic research. Now, while that label is useful, it is more than a medical category. A therapeutic area groups research around a disease area so teams can concentrate expertise and make more consistent design choices. It shapes assumptions about patients, endpoints, safety risks, data sources, and the pace of scientific change. It also affects operational planning, including what is collected at visits, what needs rapid review, and which specialist assessments or vendors may be required. Some therapeutic areas remain especially active because they reflect high unmet need, large patient populations, or fast-moving science. Oncology continues to be central because disease biology can be complex, treatment pathways are changing, and many programs rely on biomarkers or companion diagnostics. Cardiovascular and metabolic disease remain important because of their population-level burden. Infectious disease, vaccines, and virology continue to evolve as teams respond to new threats, antimicrobial resistance, and changing public health needs. Now, the practical demands differ by area. In oncology trials, complexity often comes from variation in timing. Even within one diagnosis, patients may have different disease biology. Response criteria, imaging schedules, biomarker data, and safety review all need careful alignment. If imaging results arrive on a different cadence from clinic visits, the study team needs clear rules for assessment timing, query resolution, and data review. Any loose definitions can quickly create delay and noise. Next are vaccine and virology studies, which often have a different tempo. They may involve large populations, time-sensitive endpoints, safety surveillance, central laboratory data, immunogenicity assays, and sometimes decentralized follow-up. Tight visit windows can become difficult if data arrives late or in a format that does not match the expected structure. Reconciliation then becomes reactive rather than controlled. Rare disease studies then bring another set of constraints. Small populations affect feasibility, recruitment, site selection, and retention. Or a study may depend on a limited number of specialist sites, and eligibility criteria may be strict to reduce variability. Some conditions are not well characterized, which can make it difficult to define meaningful change. Targeted approaches, including gene therapies or enzyme replacement therapies, can also bring long-term follow-up and specific safety requirements. Neurology shows how execution can become difficult for different reasons. Disease mechanisms may be uncertain and progression can be slow. Trials may be long, and endpoint selection can be especially demanding. Recruitment may also be affected by late diagnosis or burdensome assessments. Across neurology, oncology, and many other areas, the pressure often concentrates in three places: endpoint definition, feasibility assumptions, and the movement of data from collection to review to analysis. Emerging areas add further complexity. Regenerative medicine, stem cell therapy, microbiome-based therapies, gene editing, advanced immunology, and nanomedicine can all bring richer data requirements. Programs may involve genomics, imaging, biomarker panels, device outputs, and longer safety monitoring. Eligibility and stratification may depend on timely, accurate external data, which raises expectations for sample handling, result transfer, mapping, and oversight. Digital health tools can also change trial conduct. Wearables, telemedicine, and AI can add useful data or reduce participant burden, but only when adoption is managed clearly. Training, integration, governance, and responsibility for monitoring all need to be defined. Otherwise, the technology may add workload rather than reduce it. Across the therapeutic areas, several challenges keep repeating. Endpoints and biomarkers need to be meaningful, measurable, and applied consistently. Data sources need an integration plan before the study is under pressure. Recruitment and retention need to reflect the real burden on patients and sites. Global studies can make these issues more visible because care settings and site workflows vary. So when teams move into a new therapeutic area, the early wins are usually practical. Define endpoints clearly and pressure test feasibility with the people delivering the assessments. Map data sources and vendors early and agree how reconciliation will work when two sources describe the same concept. Then put monitoring and review plans in place at a cadence that fits the risk. Ultimately, therapeutic areas should be treated as a planning signal. It tells the team what kind of trial they are building, which constraints need attention early, and where data quality, feasibility, safety review, and patient experience may come under pressure. To learn how Quanticate can support your next trial, email inquiries@quanticate.com or request a consultation through our website. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical insights on clinical trials and modern drug development.